every process in life has these 4 stages. So whatever we do related to our traditions with the food, or our traditions with our inner connection with consciousness, we have to think about these 4 processes. What do I express? What do I experiment? What do I integrate, or how can I integrate? And what do I should transcend? What do I must transcend? These 4 stages then will unlock parts of the memories of our self, and just by realizing that everything has a cycle, we can understand what things are repeating constantly. For example, what I am experimenting all the time constantly because I haven't integrated it and I haven't let it go by transcending it. And what things I am afraid of expressing so I cannot complete the entire circle. So that cycle of process is also important in order to let the information inside the tree of life, inside the cells, to move forward, to transcend, to transform. We need to pay attention to the details of our life, to the actions of our life. What are the things that we need to change, that we need to transform? What are things that we are not expressing, that we are not experimenting, or that we are repeating as a loop? So these kind of things are the ones that can help us understanding which stage we are in this path of evolution. The key of the knee chakra is evolution, is the transformation from the mother side, from the energy of the feminine and the masculine, of the knowledge that receives all these data in packages of resonance and quantum level, and on the other hand, the information of our food, of our ancestors that have been passed through every generation in life after life. This tree of life that usually we hear in stories is actually very close to us every day, and we can transform it, change it, or take benefit from it. Eat its fruits in our own body, in our own self. We can access that in our own being. The key of this information is to understand that what we have inside is the codes of the entire universe, and that we can harvest ourselves in each one of the levels that we could harvest fruits in the tree of life in the universe, that we encode and have all the information that we need, and that we have to do just simple things in order to transform that reality, to open the tree of life and to access the Kundalini. There are 3 main things that we can do for that. So remember, food. What do we eat? What is our diet? Whatever we eat, we drink, emotionally or physically, is determining our information. We become what we eat, what we ingest. So by being careful in what we are receiving in our body, or being careful in what we are receiving as emotions, we are accessing to one information on the or the other. And by saying being careful, I don't mean being vegetarian. I mean pay attention and listen to your body, because the body knows what it needs. The body knows what is the process needed to unlock certain information. And sometimes, because we follow some tradition, culture, or knowledge, we tend to put mind on the body. But the body doesn't work with the same mind that we think about. The body understands things in terms of protein, fat, hormones. So it's not about philosophy. It's about paying attention to what the body needs. And of course, if we are people that needs to be grounded, we will need things that ground us, that are more heavy. If we need to, or we are looking for something much more light, it's better to eat things and consume things that are lighter and free. So the tendency we have to condition our food in terms of belief sometimes goes against our actual need of reconnection and the actual accessing of information. That's why I would recommend to pay attention to what the body is in need for and try to feel, sense the smells, the taste, the sight that tells us what to eat and when to eat. This is one thing in order to unlock certain information in the cells. The other thing would be breathing, related to spirituality. Spirit comes from the Latin word spirare, that means to breathe. So what is a spiritual being? The one that knows how to breathe. Is not the one that channels, is not the one that connects with higher level beings, is not the one that is a master or enlightened one, is the one that knows how to breathe. It's very easy, but also very difficult. Because we tend to believe that spirituality is related to religion or a pyramidal structure in which there's a master that knows more than the others. But spirituality is not a connection with other dimensions, it's the connection with your own self. It's the connection with your own body. How do you talk to yourselves? Through oxygen. So the energy that your cells need in order to activate the replication of DNA is oxygen. By absorbing the oxygen from the air is how we create energy for our cells. So that's why the breathing process is the one that unlocks information. That's why the second thing is learn how to breathe. And learn how to breathe means that the body has designed a perfect tool for breathing, which we call nose. And it seems silly to say like this, but sometimes we forget that the nose is to breathe, and we tend to breathe by the mouth. And the reason we do that is because we are stressed. When we feel stressed and we need more oxygen to survive, we are claiming for survival, we usually tend to breathe by the mouth. Because we can inhale, like we need this, we need to eat it. But actually, when we are in balance, we will learn to breathe through the nose, which is the tool that has been designed in order to calibrate our body and to receive the certain specific amount of energy from the oxygen. So these two are very important for each one of the needs, related to the feminine side, which is what we eat, and the masculine side, which is how I breathe. And then we have a third one, which is laughter. Laughter is a tool that connects them both. Laughter is the one that relaxes the body and creates endorphins, so the body feels in balance and high vibration. So sometimes it seems a very silly thing, but actually to laugh at something, to laugh about myself, to simply laugh with no reason, or just simply smile a little bit, sends a signal to the nerve system, to the body, to the brain, that says, I have to activate these hormones in order to activate the entire body to feel rise up energy. So the body starts to bright in frequency and energy as I move my mouth towards a smile and as I start to react through laughter. So it accommodates all the energetical pattern in order to receive proper energy and light from the outside. These are the three main tools that we can use in order to balance the knees. and to be flexible, to learn to be flexible through breathing, through eating, and through laughing. So that would be the process of honoring our ancestors and honoring the two trees that have created our existence. So to summarize this information, what I could say is remember that your knees, your legs, are such as important as your crown chakra. That in order to connect with the entire universe, it's not just about connecting with a higher being in your mind, but also to be very responsible on how you breathe and eat in this planet, and how flexible you are to transform and evolve in every step you give in your life. And as a task for this week, I would recommend you to pick something new to eat. Try to change your diet, at least for 1 week. If you eat in one way, try to find a way to eat something completely different and perceive how your body feels about it. What is the reaction of your body? What is the reaction of your emotions? For example, another task that I will give you is to, for 1 week, stop watching whatever you usually watch and change it to a completely different topic. Maybe stop watching the news and walk by a forest. Or if you usually walk in a forest, go and watch the news. And let's see what happens. Try to feel how your body reacts, how your emotions react, in order to understand how you are eating constantly energy and information from the outside. And the third one, most important, is pay attention all this week in how you breathe. And take at least 1 minute every day to pay attention to it. Just 1 minute before you go to sleep or when you wake up. Just pay attention to where is your breathing. If you're breathing from the upper chest, middle chest, lower chest, if you're breathing with the mouth, with the nose, and don't push yourself to breathe in a perfect way. Just try to change it to where you feel it more comfortable. Because sometimes we tend to believe that as we breathe is the most comfortable position, but actually it's not. Actually, we are used to it. And it's not because we feel comfortable with it, it's because we are used to it. So pay attention to that and start to change it according to what you feel. Try to go through the 3 ways of breathing only through the nose and feel where do you feel more comfortable with. These tools for this week could help you to find some clues on when to change your diet and when to change your breathing, because sometimes a different way of eating and a different way of breathing can change the whole day, can change even your whole life. And that is not only about you feeling good, but it's also about you honoring your entire family tree, your entire tree of life, from now towards the past to the very first cell, and also releasing the tension to all the cells that will come in the future. And of course, a task that for most of the people could be difficult is to find something to laugh about yourself. Like, not to watch a fun program or, I don't know, set up friends or something like that. Try to find something that you could laugh about yourself. Like something that maybe for you usually could be like very dramatic or traumatic, and try to find a way in which you could tell a joke to yourself about that drama, and try to find a way to laugh about it and have fun staring at the mirror and finding that way.